Hope everyone's having a great day. That's weird. This isn't my car. Um, just thought I should, switch it up a bit, Instead of always filming in my car, film in my room. And also because no one's here, so that helps a lot too. This video is a Q&A. I asked all my friends on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat to send me some of their questions, and yeah, let's just get right to it. First question, favorite band? Now, I listen to a lot of different genres of music, anywhere from rock to some hip hop, some country, just keep, an open mind. But there's just one band that, through it all, they're the number one band I go to whenever I'm going through a rough time or when I'm going through a good time. And that's A Day to Remember. They're my favorite band of all time. I remember when I got introduced to them back in I think the end of my sophomore year of high school. I got introduced to them. First album, Homesick. First song I listened to was The Downfall of Us All. And I fell in love, And it's funny because I wasn't listening to that kind of music back then. I wasn't listening to Screamo. I was listening to like Nickelback, Three Doors Down. Just kind of like that rock, but not too heavy. I was also listening to a lot of hip hop, which that was a fun phase. But with A Day to Remember, it's not a phase. There's some bands or artists you listen to, and it was really only for like during that time. Be like, oh yeah, I used to be a big fan of them, but I grew up. But with A Day to Remember, I've listened to them throughout all the years and still a big fan. Their music has helped me a lot through breakups, through depression, even through, good times, or if I'm at the gym and I really just want to go hard at the gym, I listen to Day to Remember. They just, like I said, their music helps me a lot. And I listen to their old stuff and I still love it. It's as if I'm listening it to the first time. So, yeah. Next question. Favorite movie of all time? It's the same thing like with favorite band. There's a lot of different, genres I like. I like horror movies, I like comedy, I like action, drama, and suspense, all that stuff. But if I had to just pick one, it would have to be Saving Private Ryan. That's just my favorite movie. Still to this day, I know it gets to me every time I watch it. Not like, oh, I cry, but it's like I'm so invested into the movie. Like, it's as if I'm watching it for the first time. Everyone's performance in that movie was awesome. Tom Hanks was amazing in that movie. And it's my favorite war movie also. I watch a good amount of war movies, and Saving Private Ryan is still my favorite of all time. Hacksaw Ridge is like a close second, but I don't know, Saving Private Ryan is just, to me, it's a perfect movie. I think it does a really good job of really showing like the real side of war. It's not all about big explosions and people's head getting shot off. It's not all about that. They make it it's gritty, and it's, like I said, it's real, and I like that. And a nice segue into that, favorite actor of all time, which I'm actually gonna pick two, but one of them, and I mentioned him, Tom Hanks. I just love his work. I think he's a great actor. He's that kind of actor that can really do whatever. He can be in dramas. He can be in, comedies. I mean, I don't know, to me, he's an all-around actor. He's just, his work, I think, is the best. Saving Private Ryan, Forrest Gump, Big, Splash, Life. I mean, there has to be at least one Tom Hanks movie everyone has seen in their life. Probably Forrest Gump. Who hasn't seen Forrest Gump? That could have also been a favorite movie of all time. Probably a close second. Definitely in the top 3. But yeah, I really enjoy Tom Hanks movies. And the second one is Robin Williams. Now, growing up, it seems like that's all I watched was Robin Williams. I mean, I grew up watching Robin Williams movies. Anywhere from Aladdin to Jack to Jumanji. I love his movies. And once again, he's known for his comedy side, but he can also do, drama movies. I mean, look at Good Will Hunting. I mean, probably one of his best performances ever. But yeah, I love his work, and I love his stand-up. I mean, he has such a great sense of humor, and he's just the way he's just so fast with it. It's just, it's awesome. It's amazing. Like, for instance, like, you give him this remote, and he'll, like, come up with, like, 8 jokes about that one remote. And it just being bam, bam, bam. Like, his mind is always going. And I don't know, I just thought that was really interesting. And, it sucked when he passed away, It's probably the second time I've ever cried when a celebrity passed away. First one was Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin. When he passed away, I didn't want to believe it. But yeah, when he passed away, I was crying. And then with Robin Williams, I cried because not only did I feel like he passed away, but I feel like part of my childhood, went with him. Because like I said, I grew up watching his movies. So, but yeah, like I said, I really love his work. Him and Tom Hanks. So, favorite football team. Now, I'm a big fan of both the NFL and college football. For the NFL, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I've been a fan for about 11 years. And yeah, it was ever since I moved to Florida. Because I'm originally from Arkansas, but we don't have our own NFL team. So it was cool to move down to Tampa where, they have their own football team. And, during the local sports, they would always talk about Tampa Bay. And, they would always interview them during, practice and stuff. And I don't know, I just fell in love with them. And yeah, I've been a fan ever since. I mean, so, and when I first became a fan, it was rough. They were not good whatsoever. They were kind of like the laughing stock of the NFL. We were the Browns back then. But yeah, and so it's good to finally see like this winning attitude. It's cool. And I don't know. I believe you should stick with your team. I can't stand people who are, oh yeah, that's my team, but once that team, has a bad season, jump ship to someone else. I can't stand that. But I don't know, personally, I through all the ups and downs, I feel like you should be with your team. Because it's like a journey, you know? Like, you know, you were there when they were only getting 2 or 3 wins a season, and now, you know, they're kind of like a playoff contender. You know, it's really cool. And for college, if you guessed it, Arkansas Razorbacks. I was born and raised in Arkansas, and I don't know, that's my team. Same thing with Tampa Bay. Through all the ups and downs, you know, I stick by them, you know. And sometimes it's hard being an Arkansas fan. You know, we'll have seasons where we're doing good and then we just fall off, or we just have seasons where we're just not good at all. And, you know, it doesn't help when you have to go against Alabama every year. I can't stand Alabama. But, you know, like I said, I feel like you should stick behind your team. But, I don't know, that's just me. Next question. Favorite superhero? This is a quick one. Batman. I mean, should I say any more? Batman is like one of the coolest. You know, he's mysterious. He doesn't have superpowers, you know, but he still kicks butt, you know. I don't know, Batman's he's just the coolest to me. I know other people, like, they're Superman fans or Spider-Man, which I'm, you know, a big Spider-Man fan, but I mean, Batman, like, I grew up with Batman. You know, like, favorite version of Batman is the Batman animated series. I feel like that is the best Batman of all time. You know, Adam West, you know, he was good. Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, heck, you know, even George Clooney. That was a joke. George Clooney was crap. But like I said, the Batman animated series is the best. I mean, Kevin Conroy's voice. When I think of Batman, I think of Kevin Conroy. I feel like that's just the best version of Batman. On to the next one. Let's see. Best Marvel movie thus far. There's been a lot of good Marvel movies. I mean, the recent one I just saw, which was, I think it was Guardians 2. That was really good. And it's the new Spider-Man, which, good on you, Marvel. I'm so glad you got, you know, some of the rights to Spider-Man, because Sony wasn't doing a great job. But, even though those were good, you know, Doctor Strange and the Avenger movies, they're good, but favorite Marvel movie so far is Captain America Civil War. I just love how, you know, just what am I trying to say here? I just love how the movie is. You know, you have these two sides that, you know, have both great points, but they're, you know, they stick behind what, you know, what they really feel is right. And so you have, you know, two sides going at each other, mainly Captain America and Iron Man. But I remember, you know, and that was the first one, or really, the first movie that introduced the new Spider-Man. And I remember when I saw him, I, like, flipped out. And, you know, seeing Black Panther, you know, it was awesome, you know. So, that's, right now, that's my favorite Marvel movie so far. So,